Assalamu alaikum. All praises due to Allah, or Allah protect the children and the babies. Today, I'm going to touch on how it feels to be a parent of substance, a parent of trying to put myself and my mind in a better altitude, to think better, to acquire knowledge, to teach, to understand, because you can't get knowledge without wisdom. Tupac said, it ain't no hope for the youth, just it ain't no hope for the future. But you gotta keep your head up. That's real shit. You know what? I think back in the day that I got my daughter from her mother. I didn't know what to do. She was 3 months old. I didn't know what to do. All praises due to God that it's a woman that taught me everything that I need to know to take care of my little girl, and that's my mother. She's the first person I called when I got my daughter at 3 months old, because I needed a mother's love. I needed a mother's touch. I needed someone there of substance to teach me everything that I needed to learn so I can be successful to take care of this little girl. And I mean, run with it like I'm running in a race and I got the torch, full throttle. And I did that. And I think back from the day my mother helped me to now, I can say that I've changed tremendously as a man, as a father, as a provider. My priorities are in check as a man. So now I understand what parenting is all about. And they say that you don't become a real parent until you're able to love your children more than you love yourself. And I believe that today. Because no longer do I think about myself first. I think about her first and me second, in that order. Again, you can't get knowledge without wisdom. So it's my job to teach her, not just leave it on to the teachers to teach, and that's just it. No, it's my job to sit her down, to teach her certain things, to read, to write, multiplication, subtraction. It's my job to do that as a parent. Because if I do this, then I have no room for her to ever fail of something that she lack or know not. I tell her every morning, you're going to be great. You're great now, but you're going to be great one day. And if you believe it, and she'll say out her mouth, she's only 5, you can achieve it. I'm trying to born and build and for her to evolve one day and to be something great. And it starts with me. Elaborating, building her, teaching her, giving her the fundamentals so she can be great. Teaching her things she know not. Even at the age of 5, she's smarter than a lot of kids that's in first and second grade. Believe that. Because the proper education will always cause elevation. Always. I believe in God. I believe that God saved me for a purpose. I'm not I'm not questioning that because I believe in him wholeheartedly. I'm not always on the straight path, which in Arabic that means Sorosto Mustaqim. I'm not always on the straight path, but I'm striving. But anything that I go through my self-conscious mind is more than all the pain combined. But in all reality, that's between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one else. So I try today to not judge, because those that judge don't matter, and those that matter will not judge. And I believe that. And if they do, go that away. Like Big Pun said, you again? Go that away. Because I have no need for someone that's an anchor, or someone that's an opportunist, or someone that is just blatant out dumb. I don't have room for that. That's why my circle is tight. I have a few people that I confide in, that I trust, and I do elaborate with from time to time. I'm no better than nobody else, but I know who I am and I know where I'm trying to go. You know? And if we're not on that same accord, then I think that you need to keep it on the Sorosta Mustaqim, which is the straight path to wherever you're going, and I'm gonna go ahead on the straight path where I'm going. You know? I read this hadith one day, and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, the bridge, now you peep this out. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, the bridge to the hellfire is sharper than a sword, but thinner than a grain of hair. So you do the math. That's in hadith, saying that the bridge to the hellfire. But in all reality, on the day of Yama Kiyama, which is the day of judgment, you're gonna be tested as far as everything that you did throughout your life. Your body parts are gonna testify against you. So you can't lie about it. You know, it's crazy that, I'm not saying it's crazy, but the faith in God, the faith in your beliefs, the faith in the principles, the faith in the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the faith in the Hadith, the faith in the Quran. The Quran is the only book that has never been tampered with, diluted. In no form of your imagination has it ever been tampered with. I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I believe in all the prophets. And I fear Allah. I fear Allah. I was reading this hadith. And this is a proven fact, though. Someone can pray their whole life and don't get on the day of Yom Kiyama, which is the day of judgment, and don't get paradise. And don't get paradise. But here it is. Someone can start praying next week on a day of judgment, and he get right to, you know what I mean? So you can never judge what a person says, only in their heart. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can judge that. I can't judge it. Nobody can judge what's in your heart. You know what I mean? It's this hadith where is that it was back in, uh, times with the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Muhammad, Bilal, Ali, and they was fighting, you know, a different, colony, and brother Bilal came up on one of the guys that he was fighting against, and he said, he pulled out his sword, and he was about to slice his man's head. Allahu Akbar, taking heads. And the guy that he was about to kill said, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, don't kill him. Ali said, while Bilal said, he was just saying that so I wouldn't slay him. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, how do you know it was in his heart? So the only judge is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know? I never forgot that hadith. Today, everybody, think about life. Think of how you want to be remembered. Think about the people that you can that can affect by you just being good, kind, standing on principle, being calm and courteous. Have you ever fed the homeless before? Have you ever just gave somebody some money and you don't really know what they're going to do with it, but your heart said give it to them? You didn't care what they're going to do because it came from a good place. Have you ever gave a person the shoes off your feet? Would you give a person the shirt off your back or the coat on your back when it's cold outside? Because you're in a better situation and they're not, and you see that and you help them? Will you do that? Will you feed somebody that you see somebody say, I'm hungry? Would you feed them? How do you see your life? How do you want to be remembered? What are your goals and admiration? The world is big. What are your goals? What is it that tweaks you to obtain your international quest for greatness? What is it? How do you feel about yourself? Be great. Life is too short. They're killing our babies out here, man. The average death now is 15 to 18 years old, man. They ain't even getting to be 21 years old. Not even finishing high school. It's sad, man, when I look on TV and I see all these young kids getting murdered for nothing because someone said he's an ops. That's the new terms, right? Or stepper, That's cool, huh? Stepper, But you sit your ass in prison for the rest of your life begging somebody to send you $20 so you can get some fucking cosmetics or some food. You know what I mean? Keep the wolves off your ass. But instead, you out here acting like your nuts hang and it's crazy, man. But the young kids today, man, I don't understand y'all. It's like your minds is burnt the fuck out, man. You know? And that's crazy how I don't see it nothing more than it being genocide. Genocide, what is genocide? Genocide is an epidemic to kill a group or a race of people. That's what genocide is. Today we living in modern day genocide. Modern day. You know what I mean? Believe that. Believe that. Modern day genocide. Because they're no longer putting the epidemic out there where it's that, on the news saying, oh, you got this, you got that, and this is killing people. Oh, well, with the COVID, but nothing since then. And nothing up till then. So what they did, they got sneakier. They put it in the food. They put it in the beef. They put it in the chicken. Because it's crazy how, and this is just statistics, how a person has not smoked a cigarette or anything a day in their life, but they eating all this meat and they wind up with cancer. Pancreas cancer, liver cancer, all these cancers from what? The things that we are consuming. It's nation time, dog. It's nation time, ladies. It's nation time, queens. It's nation time, kings. If we don't start caring about ourselves as a people, as a whole, as an individual, then we lost, man. You might as well go ahead and lay down because you don't have no identity. In terms of a better word, you are what you eat. Do you understand why when you go eat steak that the steak is tough? It's like you gotta fucking grip it apart. You know why? You know why that steak is like that? Because in the state that animal died in, the steak be tough and hard to chew and devour because that animal died in fright. That's a proven fact. That animal died in fright. Being killed in fright is like a deer in the head, like, huh. And everything in your body tenses up. So when you get steak that's that's like, it's because that animal died in fright. And all his muscles, all his mechanism tightened up. Therefore, the steak and the meat is going to be tough. No matter what part of that steak that you eat, it's going to be tough because all the muscles in his body tightened up. In all reality, we ain't even supposed to be eating none of that. In all reality, beef, don't you know it stays in our stomach 3 days before it can devour through our system. 3 days it sits in our body. Steak, beef, all that. 3 days it sits in our body before our body can devour it. 3 days. Therefore, it's not meant for us to eat, because it should take 1 day to devour anything in your stomach due to the acids that it contains in your stomach. But the acids cannot fight that beef until 3 days. It's nation time, man. If you knew better, you'll do better. We have to learn how to eat right. We have to learn how to pray right. We need to learn how to talk right. We need to learn how to act right. Take care of our children right. 5 principles, man. 5 principles. I'm only trying to shed some light because I'm not afraid to be who I am. And I'm going to keep making these videos because I know what I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing wrong, and it's a positive mindset. Because I am today a positive man on a positive road towards my international quest for greatness, that my daughters and my sons can see me and say one day, when God call on my soul, Hudi Belante Satan Rajim, or Allah. What I'm saying, Hudi Belante Satan Rajim, oh Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, please protect me from the devil, Satan. That's what I said in Arabic. Hudi Belante Satan Rajim. Yes, I speak Arabic and English. I taught myself, which was hard to do, but nothing can stop you from doing something that you want to do or you want to learn. You will learn it if you want to. You can do it if you want to, because that's what God gave us, the free choice to choose right from wrong. He gave us that ability, along with the senses, to smell, to see, to hear, to taste, to walk, to talk, to have knowledge of self, to obtain knowledge, to have the mental state to remember. I believe in Allah, I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and all the prophets, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have to take care of these children, man. We have to be more counterproductive. And just be great, man. Be great. Be great in your own right. It's just today's times is like, wow. And I'm gonna say this to say this, right? A lot before the pandemic, a lot of ways and actions of people, you didn't know who they really were. You was accepting them for who they were, right? But once that pandemic hit, whew, you seen motherfucking people for who they are. The real them came to the surface. Forefront and center. Forefront and center. You like, damn, this motherfucker acting like this? Yeah, that's who he really is. That's who she really is. You know, you just had a shade on it. But now the realization of who that person is in full effect. I have a 5-year-old little girl. She's very smart. Her name is Isabella. Very smart. I test her all the time because I want her to be great. She tells me she loves me every day. Despite how I feel, despite someone have made me feel some type of way, when she tells me that, nothing else matters. Because whatever I'm going through, whatever someone may have made me feel, or even make me feel it myself, I do not let her get a trickle of anything that I'm going through because it's not for her to understand. I love being a father because I'm hands-on. And my little girl means the world to me, along with the rest of my children. I'm just trying to be honorable, stand on principle, and be better than I was yesterday. So I'm going to keep making inspirational videos of positivity. I'm going to keep speaking my mind because I think I have something to say. I'm going to keep trying to be great. I'm going to keep being a great father to my children, to my daughter. Y'all tired. But I appreciate all the family that loves me, that I love them back, my acquaintances, my associates, and my friends. I appreciate everybody that's in my life and that once was a part of my life and no longer is. Still appreciate them because in every blessing there is a lesson. You know, you just got to pay attention because you might miss it. And you know, it's crazy that you might have already received your blessings and don't even recognize them as blessings, you know? Because God is always on time and he never forgets nothing. All knowing, all seeing, all being. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. I'm trying, with my little daughter, I'm trying to groom a scientist. You hear where I'm going with this? I'm trying to install in her to be great, man, beyond anything that I have ever accomplished. So anything that I've gone through, I understand this. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to give you nothing that you can't bear to stand. Believe that. And sometimes he gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Straight up. Because I'm one of them. And the reason why I say that, the case in point, the reason why I say that is that here I stand, 52 years old. I lost 2 children and a wife all at one time. Now that I know, a lot of people don't come back from that. That's how I know I'm strong and God got me. Because I came back from that horrible, horrible dark place that I was in. Didn't want to live, didn't want to see reality for what it was. But with time heals wounds, deep lacerations. Time heals that. And the thing that I say to myself is that I know that my wife and children will have wanted me to be great, will have want me to just be better than I was yesterday. So fast forward, because I didn't want to go into that on this video. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't drink alcohol. But I am a stoner. I am a stoner. I treat people with respect, demand it back. I am a single father. I take very good care of my little girl. I'm a people person. I'm sociable. Doesn't matter the color. That's not how I was raised. I was raised to treat everybody with respect that respects you back. And these are the things that I'm going to embed in my daughter's mindset for her to elevate as she grows to become a grown woman. Being punctual, standing on principle,